When it comes to abbeys in Somerset, most people have heard of Glastonbury Abbey, which is why today I'm putting the spotlight on a hidden gem, which happens to be Somerset's second oldest abbey. So if you come with me, I'll tell you the story of Muchelney Abbey.
Muchelney Abbey is tucked away on the Somerset Levels near Langport and is run by English Heritage these days, so you'll need to check their website for parking and prices if you'd like to visit. But its location is one of the main reasons why King Henry of Wessex first established a monastery here back in the late 7th century.
For the place is not easy to access. One can normally get there in summertime on foot or by horse, but in winter, never.
Its remote location gave the first monks a place of peace and seclusion to build a community of prayer, until the Viking Danes had their way with them, and 200 years later it's thought the abbey was raided and destroyed. But it wouldn't be long before Muchelney was refounded by King Athelstan in 939. The abbey would adopt the rule of St Benedict and grow to its full size by the mid-13th century.
Now, a teensy bit of imagination is required if you're going to get a sense of just how vast this place would have been back in its heyday. But these aerial shots will give you a good idea, and also the different sections and layout of the abbey. I mean, just walking through the entrance to the site and coming to where I am now, you go through things like the refectory where the monks would have eaten their daily meals. You'd have gone through the parlour, the day room where they would have conducted their various tasks, like manuscript writing and bookbinding. There's the Lady Chapel just off to my right here where they would have worshipped the Virgin Mary back in the later centuries. And then you've got the cloisters where monks would spend most of their day when they weren't praying. And those prayers were done in this bit, the Anglo-Saxon church, which was the focal point of the refounding of Muchelney Abbey back in 939 by King Athelstan. He gave the monks a load of money and it was built, and it is incredible to think that this is still here to this day.
Now, although the Benedictine monks of Muchelney weren't huge in number, they were influential, providing hospitality to travellers and charity to the poor. They were also prosperous, owning over 100 acres of land for food production, a vineyard and fisheries. Muchelney's fortunes grew from a mere £3 a year to £44 a year in the space of just 200 years. The abbey would even be selected by the Crown to offer food, fuel and lodgings to retired servants.
Now, arguably, this is one of the most important parts of Muchelney Abbey. This is what's known as the Abbot's Chamber. Now, this would have been a place for privacy for the abbot at the time who was serving to use it as a space for administrative tasks. But most importantly, he would have used this as a place to bring important guests. So other abbots, other bishops, and he would have effectively shown off the abbey and shown power and wealth. There was so much of that. That's probably one of the reasons why it led to their downfall.
Muchelney's fate came in the 16th century, in the hands of King Henry VIII. Henry's first divorce led to great change in the Church of England, as it separated from Rome, and as a result, the king would order for hundreds of religious houses and abbeys to be disbanded and demolished, as he saw them as a powerful and wealthy reminder of the Catholic Church. This was his famous dissolution of the monasteries, and Muchelney was one of them. The abbey was demolished in 1538.
And then it wasn't until the mid to late 19th century when archaeologists really started to take an interest and discover what was here at Muchelney. The foundations, for example, the Anglo-Saxon church. And then it was, of course, handed over to the state and then subsequently English heritage. But along the way, there has been some lovely stories as well associated, like in the 1920s when there was also a pageant held here locally, which I absolutely adore. There are so many other things to discover here at Muchelney. I think it's over to you now to discover them all for yourself. See you next time.